for those of you who are new to our organization, we just want to, again, share a little bit about us, who we are, and how we can support each of you along your journey. So while our organization is, I think, very well known for its commitment to funding promising Duchenne research, having granted about $18 million in world-renowned research over the last 29 years, we are also very committed to providing our community with the latest information, education, like events like today, and support for families. We have what was sort of a support program, but we're now looking at it as more of a social program that we run monthly virtually. It's called Canadians Talk Duchenne. So if you're interested in connecting with other families, please reach out. We would love to have you join us for that. We also offer webinars throughout the year on a variety of topics, and we have online resources like emergency care resources and our clinical trial tracker tool. So I encourage you to take advantage of those as well. Our goal is really to unite voices. We are doing a lot of advocacy work. We want to ensure that every Canadian has equitable access to the highest quality care and also to treatments that are currently available in other jurisdictions, but not yet in Canada. So that's a really important piece of work for us. And if you are interested in joining our efforts on that front, there's nothing better than having the families' voices. So please contact us. So each year for the Family Forum, we partner with a leading neuromuscular center to help us to deliver the most impactful event possible. We're so pleased that once again this year, the Children's Hospital for Eastern Ontario, CHEO, has been our partner, and we could not possibly do this without them, and many of them are over here at this table, so thank you so much. We're thrilled, and you'll see that we have a wonderful program today, and much of that is thanks to our friends at CHEO. Also want to make a special mention of the fact that we couldn't put on events like this without the support of our educational partners. They provide critical funding. So I want to say a huge thank you to our long list of wonderful sponsors. Our gold sponsor this year is Catalyst Therapeutics. We have a number of silver sponsors: Itel Pharmaco, Pfizer, Regenix Bio, Dyne Therapeutics, Avidity Biosciences, PTC Therapeutics, PepGen, Edgewise Therapeutics, Wave Life Sciences. And our bronze sponsors this year are Sarepta Therapeutics, Solid Biosciences, BioMarin, and Roche. And this year, we have a wonderful keynote speaker joining us. And to help make that happen, we have a keynote speaker sponsor that is Satellos Bioscience. So again, thank you all so much for your incredible support. So here we are. We're going to get on. That's all the housekeeping. I want to talk to you a little bit about some of the evolutions that have happened within Defeat Duchenne Canada. For those of you who were able to attend in person or virtually last year, you may remember that it took place a little bit later. This year, we're holding it in Duchenne Awareness Month, which I think makes a lot of sense. Last year, we were holding the event in November, which was wonderful. But I was about 2 weeks into the job at the time of the Family Forum. So it's been a whirlwind of a year, extremely exciting, extremely inspiring. A lot has transpired, as I mentioned. Although we're a relatively small national organization, it became very quickly clear to me that Defeat Duchenne Canada is a formidable organization and force for Duchenne muscular dystrophy. We've seen some significant change this year internally as part of our organization. We've seen transition and growth. This year we said farewell we have a small team of 5 to 6 staff members. And this year we saw 3 depart, 2 retirements, and 1 maternity leave. So, sorry. I want to just take a moment to acknowledge some of those folks who've been such strong contributors to our organization. First, many of you will know Rick Moss, our steadfast director of strategic partnerships. Rick has been a constant presence at our family forum and fostered many vital relationships over his 20 years with the organization, with families, our industry partners, donors, researchers, clinicians. His unwavering commitment and tireless efforts have made an indelible mark on our organization, and I'm sure all those who know him will agree. So while Rick may no longer be officially a member of our staff, his dedication to our mission continues, and he's never far away. We talk regularly, and we had some volunteer jobs for him to do even before his retirement at the end of June. You can't get too far. So we want to really thank Rick for his amazing contributions. The other person that we had retire this year at the same time was Allison Davidson. So for those of you who did attend the forum last year, you may recall that she was the smiling face who greeted you at the registration table. She was based out of Halifax and was our wonderful database administrator. And this is such a key role within our organization, really helps to make sure that we're keeping great records, that we're using our database to the fullest to be able to engage with our families and make sure that our donations are processed and everyone gets what they need. It was just a joy to work with and made many contributions to our organization. So we want to acknowledge Allison, and she continues to stay in touch as well, which is wonderful. You may recall in early spring, or some of you may know, our director for marketing and communications, Rochelle Tenhalf, we bid a temporary farewell to, as she has taken a maternity leave and welcomed a beautiful daughter, Olivia, to her family last March. So to take on many of Rochelle's responsibilities, we were delighted to welcome Bobby Vasher, who's over there beside Kate. Back in January, Bobby assumes the role of manager for marketing and communications. And she is the one responsible for all of our wonderful social media posts, our videos, our webinars, and other communications. She has great positive energy and creativity, and it's been a wonderful addition to our team. And alongside that, we welcomed Rafaela, who greeted you at the registration table today. She takes on the role of database and finance administrator. And with those changes, Kate Foster, who's been with us the longest, has now had some of her time freed up to support engagement a little bit more, engagement of the families in fundraising, engagement in educational activities like the event we have today, for which she's been largely responsible, and also for our support activities, which is great. Finally, in early July, Allison Boyce, our director for development, has taken on a new role in academia. So we recently, just within the last 4 weeks, welcomed Jordan Hamilton to our team. Jordan's based in Calgary, and he's here today in person in Ottawa, which is wonderful. It's actually the first time we've met in person in this virtual world we now live in. And so we're thrilled to have Jordan on board, and he's already proven to be making a great impact. And then lastly, I want to mention that we have filled our role of director for research and advocacy, which those of you who have known us for a while may know has been vacant for a little while. And Judy Wiles joined us in June and has taken on that role. Unfortunately, Judy fell ill, so is unable to be here in person, but I know she's here with us in spirit. So despite all of these transitions and changes that have happened in this short time, we have made significant strides. We announced in 2020 our 2023 research grants of over $880,000. And we are well through the grant review process for 2025 and look forward to granting many more dollars to innovative research in the coming year. At our annual general meeting in June, we launched our new strategic plan. It's a 2024 to 2028 strategic plan, includes impactful goals under each of our 4 strategic pillars: research, advocacy, education and support, and community engagement. So if you have not yet had an opportunity to look at that, you can see it on our website. So please take a look. We're very excited about what we have planned. And thanks to many of you, our families across the country, in May, on the 28th of May this year, we held our most successful walk to defeat Duchenne yet, raising over $230,000. So thank you all for your participation. And on top of that, we've seen more and more families across the country engaging in their own fundraising activities at various different times of the year. We've seen community organizations and corporations joining us and in that fight. So we hope that we'll see much more of that, and we thank you for that. Additionally, we've continued with leadership from Nicola Worsfold, who many of you will know because she used to be part of our team, and a very dedicated and large team of Duchenne muscular dystrophy experts who are making significant progress on what's evolved into an executive summary that is focused on clinical standards of care for Duchenne muscular dystrophy, which we anticipate will be complete by the end of this year. And, you know, that manuscript is going to serve us very well as we continue our advocacy efforts. I mentioned that it's very critical to us that there is an equitable access to a high standard of care across Canada, and this will give us some of the critical data we need to be able to speak to that. So our team is complete. We're energized and more determined than ever to tackle our ambitious goals and to start to look forward to our 30th anniversary. The 30th anniversary of John Davidson's Walk with Jesse will be taking place in 2025. And it's a great opportunity for us to honor our history, to give gratitude to all the folks who have helped us to get to where we are today, our volunteers, our donors, certainly John and his family, but also to talk about the future and everything that we have to be able to accomplish in the next few years. These are really exciting times in the world of Duchenne muscular dystrophy across every strategic pillar. And I think we are going to see more progress made in the next 5 years than we've seen in the last 30, which I hope you'll all come along on this journey with us because it's an exciting one and we have lots to celebrate in our 30th. If you have ideas that you want to share about ways that we can honor the 30th or activities you might be able to do to help us to generate more engagement, more funds, more volunteers, whatever the case may be, we would love to hear from you. Okay. That's the end of our introductory period. Thank you for hearing me out on that. We are very excited about the work we're doing. We're very excited to have you all here, but we'd like to get started with our first session of the day.